everyone, it's Jeannie again, and I'm back up in my living room with Otis. I had a lot of people comment that they miss seeing him in my videos, and honestly my craft room table is such a mess right now because I've been working on a project that I thought I would come back upstairs and show you this page I made for an album swap. So, and let me start by saying that I wish I had done it the opposite way, because I think the way it's going to need to be bound, I wish the pages were in a different order, but it's going to be fine. But anyway, I'm doing an album swap. This is, or album page swap, and this is my first one. And this is organized by a gal over on the Scrap Beach, and I'll put the link on the screen. And she was interested in doing a Wizard of Oz album and also a Gone with the Wind album, and I chose to do the Wizard of Oz album. And I'm thinking it's more like a tribute album for the movie, but for me, I hope there's going to be room for pictures on it, because my daughter, well, first of all let me start with my page. I am responsible for the Tinman page, and so the pages needed to have at least one tag and then a picture of the movie character, and obviously mine is the Tinman. And so this is my picture of Jack Haley right there, and one of my favorite photos of him that I got off of offline. But anyway, my daughter was Dorothy for Halloween when she was really little, and she could actually sing the whole Tinman song when she was about a little over 2, and I have video of it, and it's the cutest thing in the world. And she could sing all the big words, and you know, when a man's an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle, that whole, all the chorus and everything, and a chorus and verse. And so anyway, so I actually have some really great memories, especially of the Tinman, because of my little girl. And we went to see Disney on Ice, so, or not Disney, I'm sorry, Wizard of Oz on Ice. So anyway, so I have some really great memories of actually the Tinman, and that was why I chose him as the character to do for my page. She was also then in, she's a dancer, and she also then ended up being in, her high school put on the Wizard of Oz musical, so I have pictures of that too. So I'm hoping there will be some room for photos in this album when I get all the pages. But anyway, in this swap we were responsible to do 7 pages, and one of the albums is going to be donated to charity. But let me show you what I did here. This is the like I said, the page with the picture of the Tinman on it. And then I just ended up, because he's a Tin Woodsman, I ended up using a wood grain pattern in the background. And the album was to be on 6x6 chipboard, so I just used the Michaels 6x6 album with the rounded corners. And like I said, I ended up putting the wood grain paper that I edged in, I believe, walnut stain. And then this picture of Jack Haley is before he's all polished up and everything, before they go to Oz. So he's kind of rusted. This is the oil can picture. I don't know how well you can see it. But anyway, so I ended up getting some twigs out of my yard, and I did the corner by adding some, this is actually a silk leaf that has some gold glitter on it. And then these were some flowers that I got at Wild Orchid Crafts, and they were white, and I ended up coloring them with scarlet glimmer mist, and then I edged them in, I don't know how well you can see those shining, but I edged them in Moonshadow Mist in, I think, Bucket of Blood red, so that the tips are kind of brown. And then I had these gold vintage buttons that I also added. And then the tag here, I can show you, says if I only had a heart. And then I had the heart, I heat embossed, I just stamped it and heat embossed it with the red tinsel embossing powder. And then I don't know if you can see up here, but I have some fibers and some ribbon that fades from red to brown. And then in the very little top here, I have a little charm that is an axe. And the funny story about my axe charm is I bought this charm lot off the internet, and it was just random charms. It was like, I don't even know how many there were. Were just a bunch. and for like $20. And when I got them, I got this random selection, and there were all these axes, this charm, and now they don't have the loop on them, so that's why I have it tucked into the knot up there. But I'm like, what am I going to do with axe charms? And because I've had these charms now for probably a year. And so anyway, but then this project came up. See, this is why, you guys, I'm really, really bad about getting rid of things, is because eventually I use stuff I wouldn't think I would ever use. So I just thought it was funny that I had I actually had a reason to use my axe charms. And then I just stamped a flourish on here, and these I printed out on the computer and just cut out, and the little heart is up on a little pop dot there. And I may go ahead, I thought the pages, I was going to have to mail them out today, and then there's been an extension. They're not due now till October 10th, so I may actually edge it in red. It's a little bit monochromatic and I think a little bit boring, but anyway, so I might try to add a little bit more color to the tag. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is adding a stick pin. I've never made a stick pin, but now that I have a little bit of time, I might play with it and see if I could tuck a little stick pin in behind the flowers there. So anyway, and I just chose to do a leaf because he's got the fall leaves on his shoulders in the picture and stuff. And then I'll turn it over and show you the other page. And you know, like I said, my tag says if I only had a heart. And then my back page, I was really excited about how this came out. You guys, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but this is actually after he's received his heart from the wizard. And the page is in a gray metallic paper, and that's, you can't see it very well, but it's like his, I overlap the paper and I distress it in rusty hinge. And so it's a gray metallic paper that's distressed in a rusty hinge. And I don't know if you can see the rivets here, but it's like it's the let's see, that's a little bit better. It's his torso with the heart that he gets from the wizard hanging on it. So I had this ribbon that had the little white puff balls on it that kind of mimics the chain that it's on in the movie. If you remember, the chain is actually, I think they're daisies, or some kind of floral chain. And then I ended up cutting I used that, I showed in a haul that I got from Tuesday Morning, this kind of shiny paper that I got, and it looks like plastic. It's not, it's cardstock with kind of a plasticky coating, and I cut the hearts out on my Cricut, and then with the George cartridge, I believe, and then I stamped a clock, and then I covered the clock in glossy accents, so it looks like the locket that he gets from the wizard. So, and I wish you could see the distressing. It's really cool. It really looks like these rivets are raised a little bit. I balled up a glue dots, and so they're just slightly raised, and they're also all distressed with the rusty hinge and stuff. So like I said, it just came out super cute. And there, you could even put room for a little photo down there, or whatever. But this was my concept for the page was this close up of his torso. I just thought that would be really cool. And I would have loved to have made the heart so it could open, but because this paper was so thick, I just couldn't make it into a card style. I thought it would be neat if it opened this way or opened up. But anyway, so that's what that side looks like, and so I'm really thrilled with that. I would have liked to start with this page and then turn it to this page, so if he only had a heart and then he gets his heart, but I think it's going to end up having to be bound on these two corners instead of, so this one's probably going to have to be first, and then, you know, it'll have to be this way and then flip this way. But the gal who's hosting it is going to bind them, so I'll let her make the decision. You know, she can, you know, figure out which way. She could see that better since it's such a dull color, you can't really see, but it turned out right. It was really cute in person, so I was really pleased at how it came out. Oh, and then the back of the tag, I didn't do much on the back. I did distress it, and I just did a journaling spot there, because I thought people, even if they're not going to put photos in it, I figure there's a room for a photo up here, but they might want to journal their kind kind of their fond memories of this movie. First time they watched it, or if it was a family tradition to watch the movie together as a family, or that sort of thing. Because I know when we were kids, we just couldn't wait for it to come on they only showed it once a year. So, and of course we own it now, and my kids watched it over and over again. So anyway, so that is my my page for, and I can't wait to get the rest of it. I think it's going to be a really fun album. And like I said, I may add a stick pin. I may fuss with it a little bit more now that I have a few more days to play with it. I thought since I had some time, I would show you a quick haul too. My little girl, my baby, well, she's my oldest, but she turned 20 over the weekend, and so or actually on Monday, and so I went to her college town and took her to dinner, and then I stayed overnight with my friend, and we did some shopping the next day. And I really like her Big Lots. They have a lot of good stuff at her Big Lots, and they have a really, really nice Target there too that tends to have more stuff than ours. So at Big Lots, I got a different shape of these jigsaw jigsaw alphabets from Making Memories, and these were $1. I ended up getting 2 of those. And then they also had these metal word fetties, and these say thanks and happy birthday and hello, and they're real generic. I found some of the pet ones at our Big Lots, but I hadn't seen these before, so I got those. Those were also $1. They also had these Autumn Splendor, and these are actually wood pieces that are printed, and they're really pretty, and they have their tags and scallop circles and stuff, but they're like balsa wood. So and those were also $1, and so I got a couple of those. There's the other one of those. And then they had some more of these acrylic frames, so I got, these are hearts and stuff, so I got those. And then I got a paper pack too, which I actually have already taken downstairs, that it's more of those, is actually one of the press petals, and it's the kitchen ones from Die Cuts with a View. And then so I don't have those to show you, but it's an older pack. And then I found these Heidi Grace cardstock stickers, and these are Halloween. And then they also had these cheeky index tabs, and they're really cute. They're borders and little index tab stickers on there, and they say amazing, friends, buds, tough, and there's photo corners, borders, and tabs. And then they also had the Making Memories Shimmer Alphas in pink, and mine had a gobs of red and black, which I got a couple packs of those, but they didn't have the pink, so I ended up getting 2 of the pink. And then they also had the Wordfetti stickers in Halloween, so I got those. And then I went to Target, to their Target there in that town, and they also had in the 99-cent area, they had this really cool gem spider web. These really cute 3D pumpkins that are sparkly. And then some orange chipboard alpha letters. So I got those too. So anyway, that was my little haul. I didn't buy a whole lot. I mostly bought birthday gifts for my daughter. Anyway, so that's my page and my little haul. And I really want to do a Halloween album swap. But here's my craft room. I know I've showed you videos of it before. I think I'm going to have to spend the month of October getting it organized, because while it was really fun to do the swaps that I did this month, it was really difficult trying to, I couldn't find things because everything's such a mess. So I think I'm going to have to forego the Halloween swap in October at Tradewind Scrappers, or the Scrap Beach, which I would love to do. But maybe if I get my room in order, I can do the fall one. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I appreciate all of you watching my videos, and I am going to have my giveaway eventually if I can get my room organized. So I hope you guys are all having a really great day. Bye.